Welcome back. Pandemic puppies helped many families get through months of quarantine over the last year and a half. Now, as millions of us head back to the office, many are left with a new dilemma: how to transition that furry friend into a life when you are no longer home 24 hours a day. Joining me right now is renowned dog behaviorist and Halo co-founder Cesar Millan, along with his fellow Halo co-founder Ken Ehrman. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We are so happy to talk with you. Cesar, kicking it off with you, give us your advice for new dog owners as they grapple with what to do, leaving their dog alone now to go back to the office.
You know, the best thing to do always is to stay calm. Most people make a big deal about leaving. You know, they get sad, and a dog always, you know, they feel your energy. So it's best to leave the home calm. Make sure you exercise the dog before you leave. A tired dog is going to be easy to do the transition. So being calm and a long walk is really the recipe to make sure that your dog actually understands to stay behind and wait for you.
You know, when I was tweeting that you were coming on, Cesar, I had a lot of feedback from our audience. And one person said to me, can you please ask Cesar what to do to stop my dog from barking? And we had a little similar experience of this, because my baby Dusty celebrated her first birthday on set with us in New York back in early 2020, but unfortunately, poor baby Dusty was afraid of the cameraman, afraid of her mister. She was barking. Watch this. Need your help on this. Dusty's big day. The dog that makes me smile every day has officially been with me for 1 year today, and we are celebrating with a big birthday party. Come here, Dusty. Come here, Dusty. Dusty, come here. No, don't worry about it. Come here, Dusty. So what do I do? How do I stop Dusty from barking, Cesar?
You know, I didn't see the video, but what we need to do in dogs that are not normally see scenarios like that is the transition have to be very smooth. That's why, again, I have a formula called exercise, mental stimulation, and then is affection. In order for a dog to go to a scenario like that, they have to go they have to go for a walk before they come into it. And if they're a little hungry, they actually associate the environment with eating in the place. So it becomes a more positive association.
Ah, very interesting. And I know, Ken, you are the technology mind behind the Halo Smart Collar. How does this Smart Collar work? How did you make it marketable?
Thanks, Maria, and thanks for having me. Basically, it's like an invisible fence that most people get for their dog to let them out. But instead of using a wire that you have to run around the property, you could just use your phone, use an app, and draw the fence wherever you go. And what's amazing about it is, you know, dogs live a life either in an apartment or in a house or on a leash. So with this technology, you can really let them get off leash, explore, play, get the exercise they need, like Cesar's talking about, but do it safely, because it's pretty amazing, the statistics of how many dogs, like something like 10 million dogs are lost every year.
Mm-hmm. And there's no issues in terms of hurting them with the collar, no issues that it upsets them wearing that collar?
Well, no, I can't speak for the dog themselves, but I could say that being off, when you're on a leash, if you see something, you're pulling their neck, you're yanking on them. I mean, think of the pressure you put on their neck. So the benefits of having the dog off leash, getting to be a dog. I mean, birds need to fly, fish need to swim, and dogs need exercise or they become poorly behaved.
Yes.
All the things that people bring Cesar in to deal with and talks about can be averted if you get them the right exercise, you get them out, you get them what they need as an animal.
Go ahead, Cesar.
Well, I was saying that we need to make sure that we practice activities that dogs actually enjoy, and the activity the dog actually enjoy is not so much indoor; it's more the outdoor. You know, as the beach, as the park, as the mountains, as Mother Nature. And a lot of times, you know, you were talking earlier about homeless people, but in my experience, homeless people do have dogs, and they walk a dog off leash. So I'm always telling my clients, you know, my clients are Harvard graduate, but they can't walk a Chihuahua. And so it's very important to walk a dog and for a dog to experience freedom. So for me to create a tool that gives people the opportunity to walk with the dog or to have a dog in an outdoor environment where a dog actually enjoy life with you and feels fulfilled, that was the most important goal for me to achieve. Because, you know, for me, I walk my dogs off leash. We have a place that the dog can be off leash. Most people, that's their dream, you know, to have a dog that they can trust, respect, love, exercise, discipline, affection, you know, honesty, integrity, loyalty. All of those beautiful things is how I rehabilitate dogs.
I love that. And, you know, Dusty's on the beach a lot, and I would love it if I could just let her go on the beach, but I'm afraid of people that she may see and start barking or give them love bites. And it is a love bite because she doesn't hurt at all, but still, you just never know what might happen. So that leash totally falls right there into it. Let me bring Lee in. Lee, you have how many dogs? 2 dogs?
I have 2 dogs, Kevin and Coconut. My 2-year-old calls them the Coco guys. But one of my big questions here is, a lot of people are concerned about going back to work, but what about those of us who are going to have a hybrid role? The dogs are at home. I say my second job is a doorman because I'm right next to the door, and all day the dogs want to come and go. How do you keep them from wanting to go in and out all day long?
Well, this is why it's so important for a dog not to follow you all the time. There is 3 activities dog needs to follow: follow, play, explore. And so in the follow, they also have to learn to wait. And so let's say that your dog follows you throughout the day 20 times. Make sure 10 of those times he doesn't follow. That becomes the activity. You know, what people call sit and stay. So that activity for the dog is to wait behind and wait until you call him. So that it turns into 2 activities: to follow you and not to follow you. What most people do is they allow the dog to follow them throughout the whole day. And so the dog doesn't know when to detach. So it's super important for you or for the owner to understand that if for 20 times, practice 10 not to be followed and 10 let him follow you. So that way it's 50-50.
Very good. Very important. The most important. Yeah, go ahead, Cesar.
I train humans literally to practice common sense. That's pretty much. And so that's it. You know, animals follow stability. Animals don't follow unstable leaders. Animals don't follow somebody with the wrong plan. So that's why I say it's beautiful, structured, clear. We need to have rules, boundaries, and limitations. Which your guest earlier was
been amazing for me for the last 3 years is to spend the 3 years with Cesar, learning all that he's learned over his career with dogs, with people, and how to have that great relationship, and then kind of building it all into the collar. It's been an amazing experience for me.
I bet that collar is great. What a fantastic idea. Yeah. Final word here, Cesar. Go ahead.
You know, your guest earlier was talking about rehabilitation and, you know, how important it is for California to be beautiful, structured, and clear. And so that's pretty much what I do. I come to people's home and I help people to connect, communicate, have a relationship, give people the leadership, which is direction, protection, love, exercise, discipline, affections. How are we going to get California back to normal? If we follow the same formula that I follow to rehabilitate, you know, these beautiful dogs. I mean, we have emptied the shelters, and people have understand how to connect, communicate, have a relationship. The aggression of dogs have come down. The fear of dogs has come down.
That's a great point. It's a great point. It's about structure. Cesar Millan, Ken Ehrman, thank you so much.